Hey everybody, I thought I'd take some time and show you a fun game that you could do with your kiddos, either in the classroom when things are getting tough and you have some time to spare and you're thinking, what am I gonna do for the next 45 minutes? Or if you're at home and it's starting summer vacation and you're thinking the same thing, what am I gonna do? Well, here is a mindful and musical, can be musical, game that also is calming and quiet and uses our concentration. There are so many benefits to this game that I really can't name them all. So, I mean, you can think of a bunch yourself. Coordination, hand-eye coordination, listening skills, there's more. So this is kind of a twist of the pick up sticks game that some of you maybe played when you were younger. Some of you are maybe even too young to remember that. I really don't remember playing pick up sticks when I was younger, but I remember the pick up sticks kits and what it was like. So this is what you need. A pile of stick-like somethings where there are pairs. Now in my music classroom, I used rhythm sticks that were different colors, and I do still have some rhythm sticks of different colors, but confession, I cannot locate them right now. So I am going to use a bunch of mallets that I could find that I had on hand, and they're different sizes, but they're in pairs. You could do that with anything like pencils, or even find different twigs on the ground that are of like the same thickness or similar bark in pairs. You could use rocks, even though this is called the sticks game, you could use rocks that are similar to the same color, about the same shape, about the same size. That's another whole lesson in itself, preparing the sticks and stones for the game. That could be another activity. I mean, you could make this activity go on and on if you wanted to in the next days and weeks to come. So here it is. If you hear a rooster crowing, we're in the healing space, which has chickens, goats, and horses in the backyard. So it's not Alex crowing. What else could they use that would help, that they would be able to use for this game?
Like pens and pencils?
Yes, thank you. I was going to mention that too. Thank you. Yeah, you could find some pens or pencils or both that have like similarities and pairs. And for this first version of this game, you do need to be pairs.
Or markers.
Oh yeah, ooh, markers. Thank you. That would be, and they would roll. So you'll see why that would be important. So you could do anything like that. It doesn't have to be go out and get rhythm sticks. No, use what you have. I'm very much of that. Use what you have. So the first thing is you dump them out, and we've already done that. However they land is how they land. Another thing is self-control. You have to just let them land how they land and not touch them. Even if they roll right towards you, you just have to leave it. Whatever the fates want them to be like, that's how they're going to be, okay? After that, you take turns. And I suggest that one person who isn't taking the turn could be a judge to be really honest about how people are picking them up. You have to pick up sticks or mallets that are the same height, width, length, color. They have to be the same. So when you pick them up, you have to pick them up without making sound with them, with one another, or on the ground, or even with yourself. I used to wear my wedding band when I played this game, and it would always backfire and clink on my wedding band, so I just don't wear that for this game anymore. So when you pick it up, good idea. I was told the girls and the ladies and the people who wear their jewelry, you gotta take the jewelry off. So you need to try to pick up two that are the same without making sound or making any of them roll or move. Now, if one that you didn't pick up happens to roll and make a sound, that's like, that counts. So you get 2 strikes in doing this. If it rolls, moves, makes a sound, that's a strike. We're gonna take turns so you can kind of see how it goes. I always said, let's stop talking about it and let's just do it. But let me give you the gist first. So you pick it up, try to pick up 2 without making sounds or making them roll, and then you have to try to put them down in front of your spot, parallel, going vertically. You can't say vertically to kids, so I always just showed them what to vertically. They have to be vertical in front of you. I always told them like knees out. So if you're trying to explain it to younger kids, this could be done, I'd say 5 at the very youngest, 6 to whatever age. I mean, I have former students who are still talking about this game and wanting to do this game. That's why I'm doing this, because so many people have mentioned how they remember doing this game, and it's just such an easy, fun thing to do, and it just, I think that it will help you keep some sanity every once in a while when you're needing it with the children. So you have to place them down. Now, when you put them down, it's the same as when you pick them up. You have to put them down without any sound. And if it rolls a little, depending on your floor, depending on what you're using, if you can hear the roll, it's a strike, okay? And you decide how picky you want to be. If you have younger kids, you might want to do this on carpet or something that is not as easy to hear, because it'll be really discouraging for them. But older kids, you just get real picky with them, and it takes a good long while. If you have a bunch of kids that go around in a circle, we only have the 2 of us today, but this is meant to be played with a circle of people, okay? Sorry, Alex.
Sorry, I'm tired.
Yes, Alex has had some sleepovers, and well, summer's about to start, so we will forgive you. We will forgive you. And I've been talking a lot, so let's just try it, just so you can see how it goes, okay? Maybe I don't know. I hope you can see. I don't have fancy cameramen who can come and do a close-up angle while we're taking a turn. So here we go. And I piled it up high, so it's really hard. Okay, so I clearly did a strike. Now, honestly, I heard it when I picked it up. If people are going to be honest, that's awesome. I probably should have another strike, but I got away with not. So, okay, this is a strike because I made a sound and I even moved other sticks. So what am I going to do? Am I going to put it back where it was? I mean, you might want to. It's all about strategy, but you are allowed to, like, just put it down somewhere. Once it's dead, it's dead. So I'm going to try again because that was only 1 strike.
Slightly, but
okay, so if we're going to be picky and Alex said, hey, I heard that, I would put it back and wait until my next turn. The point is you just keep taking a turn until you have 2 sticks in front of you. Be as picky as you want. Alex has a soft sweetheart, especially where their mom is concerned, because they know their mom is really sensitive and self-critical, and well, that's another story for another time. But yes, okay, so you can be as picky as you want, and if you have all your strikes, but you only have 1 stick, well, you just have to wait until your next turn. If you have no sticks, 2 strikes before you get any, you just have to wait until your next turn. It's a lesson in patience. It's a lesson in kindness. It's a lesson in being fair. I just cannot. It seems like such an easy lesson, but there's just so many layers to this lesson. Okay, you go, Alex. person's bones creak. I mean, I've had so many what ifs, man, throughout the 20-some, 30 years I've been a teacher. Like, people's bodily functions don't count as a sound. It's the sticks themselves. Okay. Strike.
What?
I heard the mallet tip hit the floor.
No, you didn't. It's not even touching the floor. That was my.
See what happens? Then they try to argue.
Seriously?
And then if you are playing with a group of people, I'll let you keep it. But if you're playing with a group of people and they try to argue with the judge, one of the rules is if you argue with the judge, you automatically lose the stick because no arguing. Because there's a judge for a reason, right? Right? But because I'm as soft on Alex as Alex is on me. No, I meant the blue tip. I could hear it hit the ground. Honestly, that's how picky I was going to be with you. Just go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah, see? Mm-hmm. Okay, so Alex did a great job. We both have 2 sticks. They're both the same. So let's go on to the next part of this game. This game has so many different layers and so many different ways you can play it. I just love this game so much because I am all about improvisation and making up your own stuff, but keeping rules and structure. Like, that's what music is about, right? So stay tuned for the next part. Hi everybody, we're back. Now here is another variation on how you could go on with this game, and it's called Stick Soup. So how does Stick Soup work? Well, one person leads. It's really fun when there's a group of people in a circle. One person does the leading, and if you need somebody to watch everybody else, you can do that. A judge, you can have different judges if you want. I had to have many judges because I had classes of 20 some, sometimes 30 some. So you know, you need judges because not everybody's eyes are everywhere all the time. But this is how Stick Soup goes. One person leads and the other people follow, try to mirror, and if anybody is totally off or not getting it correctly, did something, you know, if the leader is doing something surprisingly and then the other person doesn't catch it, they have to go in the stick soup. That's all. So I mean, it's fun. So let's try. Let's try. You want to lead? You want me to lead? You want me to lead first, then you can lead?
Sure.
Okay. So you have to do everything that person does. I do not ever, Alex is so literal and awesome. I never would ask a person, knock it off. I would never ask a person to sit like me because not everybody is comfortable sitting that way all the time. So I never force children to sit crisscross applesauce because not everybody's built the same way, and Alex is still trying to copy me. So that part, I mean, I'm gonna leave that up to you, but I just don't do it because it's difficult for some people to sit like others. I mean, some of us have loose hips, some of us I'm talking about myself, loose hips and tight hamstrings, you know, so the different positions don't work for some and others. So that was a lot of talking, wasn't it? Yes. Okay, follow me with, like, probably we could say like waist and up following.
Do we have to do the same hands?
Okay, so like if you're right across, if someone's right across from you, you decide, you know. If they're right next to you, it can be difficult to mirror because they're right next to you. So I'm going to let you decide what kind of mirroring you do, okay? Make sure that whoever's leading doesn't go too quick because it should be followable, right? And do a little impromptu modern dance while we're at it. Stick move. If you make your stick move and you're done, you should put it back in the stick soup. That's another thing I forgot. Too many rules. That was not fair. Okay, of course I could not fool Alex because Alex is not foolable. Okay, why don't you lead some stick soup? Okay, I suggest not making sound. Well, I guess you could. I'm getting too picky. Okay, make up what you want. Now this is fancy. Little kids won't be able to do this kind of fanciness. So remember the age you're dealing with, okay? Oh, I messed up because she went like that and I lifted them up. And okay, so if a person messes up, and depending on the age, because you have to know your people how much constructive criticism they can take, because I had a really hard time with that just because of my woundsings. So they have to sit in the stick soup, and I'm gonna not do that because ow, and I don't want to break my mallets, but
These mouths are sweaty.
Oh, sweaty. You get the gist of how that stick soup game goes. So now we're gonna actually do something really musical with it. This I would suggest maybe 8 and up, but you know, if you have some really hip, musical, skillful younger ones, then go for it, try it out, okay? Hi everyone, here is another different variation you can do with sticks. This is not necessarily part of the sticks game, but once you get your 2 sticks, you could play this musical game. This is from a Native American song and stick passing game. But I always start with, this is, I mean, if you're a music teacher, it's for the concept 3-4, teaching kids how to move and sing and experience songs in 3 time, basically. So teach them the pattern, have them experiment and do some improvisation on different things you could do in 3. But before you do that, you have to introduce a pattern so they understand, oh, that's an example of a pattern. Well, let's change it up a little, okay? So here is the original pattern that is used in the game. So mirror me, this is why we did the stick soup and the mirroring. I always go a little bit of steps at a time, then I add on to it. This is like music teachery. I hope you're cool with that. See how it's in 3, 2, 3. Now this part you have to be careful not to eye anybody or hit anybody. Yeah, and you have them pair up. So you have them pair up when they're doing this, and when they pair up, suggest that they decide amongst themselves ahead of time which way each person's gonna go with that part, okay? So here we go. So now this is when you have them use their creativity and find their own patterns in 3 time. It has to be in 3s. You can repeat a motion 2 times if you want to, or even 3 times. That'd be a little boring. But go ahead. What do you think? What could we do, Alex? You have a great imagination.
Does it have to be like easy?
It could be, depending on what grade level or age level you're dealing with, it could be very simple, or it could be pretty gosh darn complex. I mean, nothing too hard, because eventually we would be using this to pass around a circle. Now, Alex and I won't be able to do that because there's only 2 of us, but try to, we could do something easy and then do something difficult. You want me to do so? I'll do something easy so we can see what it's like, okay? So pass them on to me, okay?
Oh, okay.
Ready? Awesome. Oh, I guess that is hard. Did end up being difficult, and Alex was so smart, and they like kind of tossed them in the middle and mine were on the outside, so you have to kind of work it out with your partner if it's in partners or if it's in a circle. Try to figure it out. Do you have one? It doesn't have to be passing, but passing is fun. That's the whole point of this game.
Okay, so wait. And then
could you do 3 separate things? Let's do it on the beat, because that would be changing the whole flavor of the song.
Okay.
Okay.
So like. So just do like that. Or.
So like crisscross. And okay, so how are we going to do that together though at the same time? We'll have a
I'll
coalition.
put one over and then you put, or yeah.
But what's the 3?
Wait. 3, 2, 3.
Okay.
And yours are like that, you know?
We have to do it in count of 3.
Yeah.
Okay,
1,
so
2, 3.
well, how are we going to do that together without colliding?
Like, try it.
See what I'm saying? Okay, you have to try it out. You have to try it out.
I don't
could like do opposite.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, this is tricky, Alex. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Makue koteo e kuitana. Makue kote, it's hard. E kuitana. And it's okay, you know, so what if it didn't work out perfectly, you know? I know of some people who like kind of got fancy and went 1, 2, and then throw, but we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. So we're just trying to show you that, I mean, the possibilities are endless, and it can be as simple as you want it to be or as difficult as you want it to be, as long as it is in the count of 3. Here's the original, the one that we just did. That's really the original. If you're going to do it in a circle passing, it's pick up, cross, pass, and then you go to the next ones. Pick up, cross, pass. Makue koteo e kuitana. Makue koteo e kuitana. Get the idea? You're not answering me because you're a video. Okay, so we'll just do one where there's only 2 of us. So this is what the original is. Makue koteo e kuitana. Makue, sing with me. E kuitana. Makue koteo e kuitana. Makue koteo e kuitana. And you might have a kiddo who can just sing harmony with you off the bat like that. It'd be swell for you if you did. I'm very proud. So that is another part of this, another extension of the stick game. More things you can do. You could do this just for weeks on end. I mean, let's have stick time, everybody, you know. So make sure that you have strict rules. Now, the pickup sticks game is setting and structuring the rules for respect for the sticks. When you get to this part, can you see how that is? You have to pick them up gently, you have to pick them up quietly, you have to put them down quietly. You cannot touch them while someone else is taking their turn, or you lose your sticks. It's just setting up a respect for the sticks so you don't have kids going crazy with sticks. If they touch them and it's not their turn, they're out. They go back in the soup. So yeah, I have one more version of this for you. Okay, so here is the last way that I have that you can expand on this stick game. This is a different variation on the picking up of the sticks. For this one, you have to start with a pile, and I used to have all the same color, like I'd have all blue, and then one red one. So when people picked up the sticks, these are the new rules. You have to pick up one stick, and you get one strike to pick it up and put it down, just like you did before. And if someone takes the red stick, now actually I think I had them all different sticks out, but you had to take a blue stick or one red stick. And whoever had the red stick, no one else could take a red stick. It had to be blue. So by the time the circle went around, it would be all red, all blue, and one red. If that isn't the case with what you're working with, like for us, there's only 2 of us, but you could just specify, we could, for this one, I'll say my little bundle, I'll call it a bundle stick, that's not the correct, this is what I used with my Brazilian drum, which I can't remember the name of it right now because my brain is getting all hot, it's hot in here. We'll say this is the red stick, this is the stick, okay? So we'll just quickly do, okay, an example of picking up the one stick again. One of us has to have that Kaisha stick. Kaisha? I don't know. Could be wrong. I think, okay. You want to go first or you want me to go?
I'll go first.
Okay. Okay, I saw a stick move, so that's it. Okay, I'm going to try this one.
I saw like 3 moves.
Strike on me. Okay, your turn, Alex. I heard it, strike.
It's... I heard it.
Yeah, it's really hard. Go ahead and get yourself one. You get the idea. You know how that game already goes. So everybody has one. It has to be going out. And I'm just going to get these out of the way for the time being. And when it's a circle, it's totally different, you know, a different feel. But it's just a passing game, basically. So we're going to kind of do this. You can do the stick soup thing all over again. But here's the pattern. I have the red stick. I have the stick, or you can put tape around it, however you want to do it. So let's mirror. Ready? Stick soup. So ready? Go the opposite way. Okay, so when they're next to us, it's a little bit different. So actually when I do this, I make people get their left hand out because you can only pass it in the circle with the left hand. I'm sorry, we don't have more people to help understand this, but put your right hand behind your back, okay? And put your stick to the left knee, pick it up, 2 taps, and then pass to the right knee, and that's it. Now you have to imagine you're in a circle with other people. So we won't let go of it. We'll just pretend, okay? Pick up, pass. Put down, pass. Pass, pick up. Pass, pick up. You get the idea? Pass. Honey. Oh, you know what? We could do it with each other. Let's do it that way, like it's a circle, and then we'll do it with each other. Ready? Honey, no, we are honey, no. Honey, no, we are honey, no. We are honey, no, we are honey, no. We are honey, no, we are honey, no. Okay, I hope I'm not going too fast, but you can like go back and watch this a million times to help yourselves. And so you do that many times until everybody gets it. And by the end of, we are honey, no, we are honey, no. Whoever has the red stick on that last no is out of the circle. This is for older kids. I would suggest, once again, 8 or 9 and up for this, okay? So we're gonna see, we went all the way around the circle and it's just up to me and Alex. So when we pass it, we'll go and do it to your left. Well, could you do it, try to do it so we can pick it up?
Yeah.
Okay, right on. See what we're doing? Pass, pick up. Pass, pick up. Pass, pick up. And you struggle sometimes. Honey, no, we are honey. versions of things you can do with sticks, pencils, pens, markers, stones, stone soup, stick soup. There are so I know there are so many different versions of this. So just find a bundle of something, and you know, if you have a bunch of kiddos around, you know, it's a quiet game because you have to be quiet. Well, until the song starts, you have to be quiet to get the sticks. So I hope that you try it and leave a comment if you do. And Alex, what do you have to say about my YouTube channel?
Hit that subscribe button in the face.
Namaste, everyone. Have a great summer.